Well, we are only 2 days out from Camp Do Good. WFMY News 2 is teaming up with the American Red Cross for our annual summer blood drive. It's this Thursday at Piedmont Hall at the Coliseum from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. And here today talking about the upcoming drive and the need for blood donations is Angela Powley from the American Red Cross, who will be answering any questions you have live in just a few minutes. All you have to do is text them to us right now. The number is there on your screen. It's 336-379-5775. And thank you so much for joining us. Let's go ahead and get started. Well, why are blood donations needed so badly right now?
Well, during the summer months, blood and platelet donations decline, and so the need becomes great as we tap into our inventory. In the last 2 months, we've collected 50,000 less units than we do normally. So you can see the need is great. We need folks to come in and give.
And that's a normal pattern for the summer months as well, too.
It is. Of course, everyone in the summer goes on vacation, the school is out, there's a lot of distractions, and there's a lot of fun to be had. But the need for blood is constant, and when the inventory drops, we really need people to take a little time out of their summer fun and come over and make a donation.
Yeah, who benefits from a blood donation in the hospital?
Oh my goodness, patients. You know, one out of every 7 patients who go to the hospital will need a blood transfusion. And so it's very important that those blood products are available, you know, whether it's an emergency situation, whether you're fighting a disease that's ongoing, like sickle cell or cancer, or just folks that, you know, have ongoing needs on a regular basis. We want to make sure that blood is there, that inventory is safe.
Sure. And talk about the types of blood needed. Is there one certain type that is needed right now?
Well, the type that is needed all the time and the most is O negative. That is the universal blood donor. Anyone can receive O negative. So if you have an emergency situation, you go into the emergency room, they're not going to take time to figure out what type you have. They're just going to immediately give you O negative blood. The other type, only 2% of the population have B negative blood. So again, when inventories get low, we see our B negative products also get very, very low. So if you're B negative, you're one of those rare types, and we need you to consider making a donation. And then platelets are always in need. Platelets only are good for 5 days. So that shelf life is very short. So we need to replenish that supply of platelets on an ongoing basis. So those 2 blood types and platelets are very, very important, especially during the summer months.
Awesome. And how are platelets used to treat people?
Yeah, platelets, folks fighting cancer, burn victims, those are the type of things, because platelets help clot. They help your blood, help you stop bleeding because they help you clot. So again, they're very fragile, they're very perishable, and we need to get them to the hospitals very quickly. But of course, you want to make sure we have that inventory, because folks that need their bleeding stopped in emergency situations, life-threatening situations, that need is quick, and we need to have those platelets on hand.
Also, when it comes to, answering, who can donate blood, I would imagine too, when it comes to age groups as well.
You know, anyone can give if they're over the age of 16. We'll ask for their parents to give consent, but 17 and up can give blood. And to be honest with you, there's no cap. We have donors that are in their 80s. I met an 86-year-old donor the other day. So as long as they pass the physical background, they can give blood.
And for those who may not know, what can you expect during the donation process? Can you kind of walk us through that?
Sure. The donation process is really fairly simple. You'll make an appointment. You'll come in. We'll check you in. We'll put you in health history and ask you some questions. We want to make sure you're healthy and well, and that you haven't traveled to a place that might have some risk for malaria or something like that. We'll ask you about the medications you take your blood pressure, prick your finger and check your hemoglobin, and then right to the donation. And the donation is fairly simple, within 20 minutes or less. Some people are very, very quick. You're on the bed, off the bed, and into our canteen. We're going to have a snack, and we make sure you're feeling well before you leave. And we just want you to eat well and drink well before you come, and make sure you're feeling well. Those are the simple things that you need to do. And you know, a very small percentage of the population actually gives, but plenty of people are eligible. We just need you to come and try it. We'll take very, very good care of you the first time you give, and we'll make you want to come back.
Awesome, good stuff there. And how often can folks donate?
Well, you can donate every 56 days if you give whole blood, you know, just a regular blood donation every 56 days, and up to 6 times a year. And we have people that literally are there every time if their date is due. If you give Power Reds, which are 2 units of red cells, you can give 100 every 112 days or 3 times a year. Now remember, platelets, the blood products that I said were very perishable and only lasted 5 days, you can give those every 7 days, up to 24 times a year. So depending on what type of blood product you give, it's pretty regularly, and we have folks that commit to that regular blood donation, but we need more folks to come alongside them.
Absolutely. And let's talk about appointments. How can folks do that? How is that process? Is it tedious or simple?
Very simple. We try to give you all kinds of options. You can call 1-800-RED Cross, and you can make your appointment on over the phone. You can go online at redcrossblood.org and make an appointment. And if you're coming to the WFMY drive, you just type in WFMY, and it'll take you directly to that blood drive so you can sign up. Or you can download the Red Cross Blood app on your phone and make a blood appointment that way. And the blood app's kind of cool because you can track your blood donation through the process. It'll tell you when it's in testing, it'll tell you when it's in distribution, and it'll tell you when it arrives at the hospital and which hospital that it ends up at. So that's kind of a cool, neat thing that we have, the Red Cross Blood app. But all of those ways, you'll put in a zip code and you'll find the blood drive closest to you. But we hope to see a lot of your viewers at the drive, at the WFMY drive, Camp Do Good on Thursday.
Absolutely. And we also have a link on our website, WFMYnews2.com. But we'll be answering more questions after the break. So keep on texting in those questions. Again, that number 336-379-5775. As we head to the break, here are those details for our summer blood drive one more time.